if Watson doesn't get suspended the whole year, Cleveland falls out of the market, other teams could be looking to maybe sign Jimmy Garoppolo or trade for him by sending some players back, some money back. One team that's rumored to be interested in Jimmy Garoppolo is the New York Giants, according to a Twitter account that may or may not be reputable. I don't know. It sounds interesting. The Giants. They said that he could be a mentor to Daniel Jones, the way he mentored Trey Lance so well last year. What, on a believability scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of this one?
Well, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'll just say that right out of the chute. Why? Not because the Giants were a 4-win football team. Brian Daboll goes there. He's the new head coach, the former offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. They have Mike Kafka, the former Northwestern quarterback, who I believe wasn't he with Mahomes and those guys? I forget who Kafka was with, but Kafka's thought to be a pretty good quarterback coach. Okay. But they have Daniel Jones, and he was a first-round pick. They also already have brought in Tyrod Taylor. Now, I guess it could make sense if Tyrod Taylor was included in the trade.
That's what I was going to say. Nice. Why not that?
I think for the 49ers, that would be a really good trade. Tyrod Taylor and a 5th-round pick for Jimmy G, or Tyrod Taylor and a day 3 pick of something like that, or maybe Tyrod Taylor and a conditional pick based on how many starts Jimmy makes. I think in a lot of ways, Tyrod Taylor made the most sense when you think of the Anthony Lynn factor, and then you think of Kyle's statement from way back when saying that he wanted his backup to be a similar skill set to his starter. I think in a lot of ways, Tyrod Taylor is maybe the perfect player to come back for Jimmy G, and that we may be all looking around going, what about this? What about that? Maybe the thing that makes the most sense is Jimmy G and Tyrod Taylor, or for Tyrod Taylor. And then if you're Brian Daboll, you're taking over the New York Giants. You're taking over a really bad quarterback in Daniel Jones, who turns it over. He's like a serial turnover guy. I mean, I've never seen anybody turn it over more liberally than that guy has. So if he doesn't feel like he can get to Jones, maybe Garoppolo and it is New York City. It is an iconic franchise. They would like to turn it around like now. And Jimmy maybe is the ticket to doing that.
Yeah, when the offseason started, before free agency, before Jimmy Garoppolo had his surgery, didn't most of us think the Niners were going to get rid of Jimmy ASAP and sign Tyrod Taylor? Heard a lot of people suggest that. I think even in the league, people were expecting Kyle Shanahan to really embrace this style of quarterback and go all in, but he didn't. But he still could. It seems like maybe that was the Niners' target, but the timeline got shifted with Jimmy Garoppolo. Anthony Lynn is the clear connection to Tyrod Taylor. It seems like if the Niners had cut Jimmy Garoppolo and signed Tyrod Taylor, people would be like, that's great. You got a good backup for cheaper. They could essentially do that and pick up a late pick as well. That'd be a good move. I think they should do that.
In some ways, Grant, this is we've looked at so many options, right? Yeah. We've been talking about this for so many months. But if you really look at all the different options that were thrown out there, in some ways, this is the perfect option. And this is more of the fair trade. We'll give you this quarterback that needs to start because we're going with Trey Lance. You give us a quarterback that we can plug in behind Trey Lance, and a day 3 pick that maybe could be a high day 3 pick, or maybe a day 3 pick that could be a day 2 pick. Who knows? But some kind of conditional draft choice in there. The one thing I don't know is, what is Tyrod Taylor's contract, and what kind of...
That's the thing. Tyrod Taylor isn't particularly cheap, and they don't have much.
The Niners only have $4 million of cap room. Now they would get a lot
Giants
more.
Have $6 million. The Giants have $6 million, so they have to figure this out. But Tyrod Taylor right now, his cap number for this year is $2.7 million.
Okay,
this year, nothing. It's not much. Next year it's 6.9.
So they could, from the Niner perspective, coming back. Even, if let's just say they had all of Jimmy's money earmarked for extensions, they could add Tyrod Taylor to their current cap and probably make it work.
Now, I don't know how the Giants would make it work. They might have to restructure some things to fit that this season, but
they might have to trade Saquon Barkley or move some combination thereof of other players, renegotiate.
I'm not in favor of the Niners picking up too much of Jimmy's salary, because I still think if they can get that salary off the books, there are some moves they can make to really put themselves over the top this year.